ॐ समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम् वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्. Okay, now today we start the 35th verse and it goes बृहत् साम तथा साम्नां गायत्री छन्दसामहं मासानां मार्गाशीर्षो हृत शीर्षो हमृतूनां कुसुमाकर. Okay. Among hymns also, I am the Brihat Saman. Among meters, Gayatri am I. Among months, I am parts of December, January, Margashirsha. Among seasons, I am the flowery spring. Now, see, uh, among summons, I am the Brihat Sam. Now, Brihat Sam, देखिए, Brihat actually means big, large, or expansive, or या फैला हुआ. But here it probably means detailed, very detailed. So, in the Samveda, also, the mantras that are given there have to be sung. We've done this before. So, they are called saman. Those mantras are called saman, those that have to be sung. Now, all these have to be sung, they are very difficult meters and they have to be sung in different styles and in different ragas. They are based on classical ragas, and you have to, it's not easy to sing these samans. So the meter and all is given, but you have to learn singing. They say that you have to learn singing at the feet of a great master for years and years to be able to sing these samans. It's not easy. So, but they are supposed to be the best, because see, Brihat Sam Tatha Samna. So he is talking of everything that is the best, the most brilliant, the most intelligent, the bravest, the this, the that. So wherever you see excellence of any kind, he says that is me. I mean, understand that that is because of me. Otherwise, it cannot be. So among the hymns also, I am Brihat Saman, he says. They are difficult meters, as I told you, and uh, of course, different. They are all, each Brihat is different. Each Brihat meters are called Brihat Sam. Okay, now then next one is, among meters, I am Gayatri. Gayatri is a mantra, yes, everybody knows that, but now it has been known as a mantra because the Gayatri mantra is in the Gayatri meter. It is a Surya mantra. Gayatri is a Surya mantra, but it is known, but the meter is known as Gayatri. So generally, when a person says Gayatri mantra, it is referred to this mantra as such. जैसे कि Gurudev had given the example of when you say Gandhi, then everybody understands that it is Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, because any other Gandhi then has to be referred to by name. You have to say, okay, Rahul Gandhi, Sanjay Gandhi, this Gandhi, that Gandhi, Sonia Gandhi. So you have got to say Gandhi, which Gandhi. But if you just say Gandhi, everybody's mind immediately goes to Mahatma Gandhi, right? So similarly, when you say Gayatri, people always think of the mantra. They don't think of the meter. But otherwise, Gayatri is a meter. And this meter is देखो इसमें 3 पद होते हैं, हाँ, 3 पद हैं, and each pad has got 8 letters. So 8 is a 24. So it is of 24 letters, 24 letters, and then it is ये तीन पद. तो ये पूरा का पूरा हो जाता है, 24 letters हो जाते हैं. It is the first mantra of the Rig Veda. Okay, that first month of the Rig Veda is Gayatri in Gayatri meter. अच्छा, मंत्र वो तो हमने कहा ही आपको कि मंत्र इज नोन एज गायत्री. तो अब यहाँ पे जब वो ये कहते हैं कि गायत्री छंद साम, छंद जो है वो कई तरह से कई मीटर्स में होता है, बट छंदों के जो मीटर्स हैं, इन दैट ही सेज आई एम गायत्री, बिकॉज गायत्री इज द मोस्ट सेक्रेड, it is the most powerful, huh? And it is something like देखो, it is about ब्रह्म ज्ञान. गायत्री ऐसा कहते हैं कि somebody who knows गायत्री, the entire meaning of गायत्री is ब्रह्म विद्या. The mantra गायत्री is ब्रह्म विद्या. Now it, अच्छा, also देखो छांदोग्य उपनिषद, हाँ, now Gurudev is given, I'm reading from here. Gurudev writes about the glory of the mantra. He says, he is quoting Chandogya Upanishad. He says, this supreme who is indicated in Gayatri is all pervading, omniscient, eternal. He who understands Gayatri in this way, मतलब understanding as a Brahma mantra, attains full and unending prosperity where in this world. That is why a lot of people do Gayatri. आपने देखा होगा कि गायत्री की महिमा इतनी है. इट्स अ वेरी वेरी पावरफुल मंत्र. इट इज गिवन एट द थ्रेड सेरेमनी ऑफ एनीबॉडी, ब्राह्मण, क्षत्रियस, हूसोएवर वेयर्स द थ्रेड. उनकी जो सेरेमनी होती है उस पे द गुरु gives the Gayatri mantra in the ear, and then when the child goes, after that he goes and prostrates to some elders, introducing himself as a Brahman. Once you wear the thread, you are a Brahmin. Till that time, you are not a Brahmin. So it doesn't mean born to a Brahmin. It means having the knowledge of Gayatri. Okay, Chandogya Upanishad, acha, Brihadaranyaka. Look again, Brihadaranyaka Upanishad also describes it I mean, he says it is the story of the cosmos. It is a substratum for the entire universe, not only this world. So Gayatri, since it's about Brahma, becomes the base for everything at all. The sun, when you say it is a Surya mantra, Savitur, Savitur is a Surya mantra, but Savita means the knower of knowledge, and Savitur is the sun. So it, sun is the source of knowledge, as they say, not that globe sun, right? Light, associated with light. Now Manu too has extolled the Gayatri. Gurudev writes, and I'm reading from the book, the most exalted creator milked out the Gayatri from the three Vedas. ये तीन वेदों का संचय है. He who relentlessly repeats it daily for 3 years, repeats it daily for 3 years, with devotion, with understanding the meaning, and with devotion. If you repeat the Gayatri for 3 years every day, without break, then they say he attains the supreme Brahma, moves free like air, and becomes the subtle bodied like Akash. Now, इसको interpret लोगों ने बहुत ही अलग तरह से करा. छांदोग्य उपनिषद misinterpreted. They said, how does he become as light as air or as free as air? He can't. It only means that the body, mind, and intellect lose their tyranny over such a man. That is all it means. It means that he is free of the compulsions of body, mind, and intellect. They do not affect him. They come to him, disease will also come to him, but it will not affect him the way it affects you and me. Okay, so that is the Mahima of Gayatri. Most of the time, Gayatri people do to gain all these things. Now, then, after that, of the months, I am Margashirsha. Margashirsha has just begun in India today. The 15th of December. Okay, today is the 16th. Margashirsha is the middle of December to the middle of January. That kind of a month is मार्गशीर्ष का महीना. And इसमें क्या होता है कि it is the end of the southern solstice. The sun moves north, जिसको कि आप उत्तरायण कहते हैं. In our culture, it is called Uttarayan. Means the sun, actually the sun doesn't change direction. Your earth changes direction, that you know. But then the sun starts coming, you can see the sun more and more towards the north. That is why it is called Uttarayan. And this Uttarayan is considered to be a very auspicious beginning. It is according to astrology, according to astrologers, they say that Uttarayan mein all the religious practices that you do, all the sadhanas that you do, they have a much bigger result than the rest of the time. So the time is very auspicious for you to do sadhana in the Margshish. And since that this month is considered as very auspicious, so he says, amongst all the months, I am Margashir. Okay. So then, acha, then of the seasons, he says, I am the flower bearing spring. Spring, Vasant ka mahina. Huh? You know what happens in spring, even the word spring, everything springs forth. New leaves come, new flowers come, and all that, the entire nature bursts into creation. That is the month of spring. उसको हिंदी में और संस्कृत में कुसुमाकर भी कहते हैं. The month is called कुसुमाकर because kusum is flower. So kusumakar means that which produces flowers. Okay. Now then, uh, it becomes beautiful. The whole world becomes beautiful in India. So in India, the spring months are these. Now then he says, uh, देखो सन का जो वर्शिप है ना, आप लोग जो कहते हैं गायत्री सूर्य मंत्र, क्या सूर्य मंत्र तो वो है, बट आई हैव टोल्ड यू दैट गायत्री, इफ यू रीड द गायत्री, इट इज नथिंग एल्स बट प्रेइंग टू द सुप्रीम लॉर्ड, द ब्रह्मा, which is all powerful knowledge, to enlighten your mind with knowledge. That is what gayatri is, huh? And sun is worshipped for many many reasons. It is a life giver to the world. If there was no sun, all life would be dead. All vegetation, animals, humans, insects, birds, everybody will die if it is not for the sun. And therefore, knowing the nourishment and the benefits of the sun, Hindus had started worshipping the sun. Secondly, the sun, because it is so bright, it is light. We all worship light, and light is the symbol of knowledge. There are no dark spots in the sun, just like in the moon. So there is no darkness, and darkness is symbolic of ignorance. So the sun has got no ignorance. It stands for knowledge and it can impart knowledge. So Gayatri chanting, anybody who can chant the Gayatri is considered as though he has read and understood one Veda. This is also a saying. People say that if you can chant Gayatri every day, very powerful, then you have heard one Veda. So when a boy who gets a thread, this क्या कहते हैं उसको, जनेऊ ceremony, उपवीत, तो वो जाके when he does pranam to the elders, he says that I am a Brahmin and I am a student of the Vedas. He is not a student of the Vedas as yet. A young boy, 7-8 साल का बच्चा, is not a student of the Vedas. But when he says that, it means that मैं गायत्री करता हूँ. So anyone who does the Gayatri ultimately gets the knowledge of the Vedas. That is the belief. So he says it in future tense that I am a student of the Vedas. Okay, come to the next verse. द्यूतं छलयतामस्मि तेजस्तेजस्विनामहं जयोऽस्मि व्यवसायोऽस्मि सत्वं सत्त्ववतामहम्. I am the gambling of the fraudulent. Huh? This is a very, very important verse. And people today must understand this thing carefully, the power of gambling. It can completely ruin you, and that is, see, it has got the strength of the Lord to ruin you. And how does it ruin you? It deceives you. I am the gambling of the fraudulent. Fraudulent are those who cheat people, who deceive people, just like we do in gambling. I am the splendor of the splendid. I am victory. I am determination of those who are determined. I am the goodness of the good. अब ये देखिए, let's come to the first one, huh? Dyutam. So, Dyut is actually a dice play, but you throw the dice, and according to that dice, you play further. But Dyut means any kind of gambling, any kind of gambling, whether it is poker or it is stock market or is any other game of the cards, or whether it's roulette or whether it's whatever it may be. There are many forms of gambling, right? And you have to go to these gambling dens all over the world there, and people go there, they, even old people, they gamble away all their savings. It is a very sad story. People think they are very intelligent. People want to test their luck. People have gambled away their houses. People have gambled away their cars, their, all their wealth, mm, and all that. So here, and why do they, how do they do it? Because the cheating in gambling is so powerful. The deception is so powerful. It tempts you with greed. It always tempts you with greed. Okay, this much I have lost. If I play once more, I will make up this loss as well as more money, right? So with that kind of thing, it first gives you some wins. So when you win 2 3 times, then you get the confidence that, oh, I am so great at it and I will make more and more money. So then when you try to make more and more and more, then you lose it all. Slowly you lose it all. You see, also the money that you gain by cheating other people is sinful money. Please understand that, carefully. The money that you win in gambling, don't be too happy about it. It is other people's money that you have won. So you have cheated them. ठीक है ना? तो उसका कर्मा आपके साथ आ गया या नहीं आ गया? And you have to pay it back through your nose. Don't think that you cheat somebody else and swipe somebody else's wealth and money and that will stay with you. It won't. Elders in my family used to say that if you you should be very careful with other people's money. थोड़ा सा भी पैसा लौटाना हो किसी का, you must give it back, because for the simple reason that you do not know उसने वो पैसा कैसे कमाया था. It could be tainted money. Secondly, आपने उसको चीट करके अगर पैसा ले लिया, अपने पास रख लिया, the onus is on you. The karma comes on to you. उसने तो वो तो हार गया, ठीक है, हार गया, but his money is, the onus is on you. Some people, encourage their children. Can you imagine? Encourage their children to gamble. I know such people, I know such families. Okay, there are some youngsters who think कि ये तो बहुत अच्छा तरीका है पैसे कमाने का, ठीक है ना? तो वो अपनी नौकरियां छोड़ छोड़ के गैम्बलिंग कर रहे हैं, अपने माँ-बाप का पैसा उठा के उनसे ज़बरदस्ती माँग के और ये करके बहाने करके माँग के, एंड देन दे आर गैम्बलिंग. कैन यू इमेजिन? So what happens to these kind of boys and girls? They lose all money. Now today gambling, is on the internet. So they give you all kinds. You please invest 1,000 rupees. We'll make it into 10,000 and give it to you. Cricket match pe gambling, football match pe gambling. Hmm? In any other thing, poker is on the net. So you play and make money or lose money. So this is it. You have this confidence till one day you are swiped clean. So he says, of the gamblers, I am of the fraudulent, I am gambling. अब ये कि भगवान अगर कहते हैं कि छल करने वालों में मैं जुआ हूं, दिस इज द सेंटेंस। छल करने वालों में। तो आप चाहते हैं आपके संग छल हो तो जुआ खेलिए। इमेजिन, इवन इन द वेदास इट इज प्रोहिबिटेड टू प्ले, टू गैम्बल। लिखा हुआ है that gambling is a vice you must never, never indulge in. Okay, so this one. Then he says, Tejas, Tejas Vinamaham. So he says that I am the, Gurudev translates it as the splendor of the splendid. Now, splendor, ठीक है, तेज जिसको आप कहते हैं, तेज. There are some personalities that are brilliant. They are brilliant. They have a personality. When they enter a room, you can see that this is somebody who has come. And you know that, and many of them become world leaders. Many of them become great Mahatmas. Many of them become great scholars. Many of them become great teachers. Now, those kind of people, the moment you see them, you feel, okay, this is somebody. You know, he's not just an ordinary person. उसको कहते हैं splendor. But splendor over here is, देखो, स्प्लेंडर जो है ना, वो इट इज नॉट अ क्वालिटी इन इटसेल्फ. इट डज नॉट बिलोंग टू एनीबॉडी. यू नो कि इसका स्प्लेंडर, उसका, यू डू नॉट एसोसिएट स्प्लेंडर विद somebody. स्प्लेंडर इज something on its own. And he says, the splendor I am, minus the person on whom it is imposed. Okay, please try to understand this thing. So you see, the thing is that splendor is borrowed brilliance, borrowed intelligence from the Lord. Without the Lord, there can be no brilliance. Without the Lord, there can be no splendor. And you know, उसमें तुम ये देखो, जैसे कि आप कहते हैं, you say na, when you get an idea, suddenly, what do you say? It suddenly dawned upon me. Sorry, you are using phraseology from light. Dawn is what? When the sun rises, है ना? तो आप कहते हैं the idea dawned on me. Or you say that the facts were hidden, the police was trying to find out the case, and suddenly the facts came to light. आप कहते हैं ना? Look at the phraseology. So anything belonging to light belongs to the world of knowledge. Anything that is dark belongs to the world of ignorance. Now, splendor is associated with light. ठीक है? Now, here it is. I am victory. ये तो समझ में, इसको तो there's nothing to explain in this. I am the victory of the victorious. The nobody can win without his given strength and without his given wisdom. See, he says, I am victory. I am the effort that they put in to get victory. Okay. Now I am the sattva of the sattvic, he says. है ना? He says that I am, the Gurudev has translated, I am the goodness in the good. Okay. A sattvic person, dhyan rakna, a sattvic person is very good. Sattvic qualities are associated with knowledge, meditativeness, sadhana, goodness to others, people who keep doing good in the world. All these things are associated with sattvic qualities. They are naturally happy. Sattvic people are generally naturally happy. आपने कई लोगों को देखा होगा कि वो लोग हर वक्त रोते झींकते नहीं रहते हैं. They are all the time cheerful and happy. That is a sattvic quality. Now, a sattvic person also, very carefully, देखो, understand, a sattvic person does not feel that I am sattvic or that I am very good. He doesn't feel, because the moment he feels that, उसमें आपका ego उठ गया, so it comes into rajas. If you feel you are very good, if you feel that you are very sattvic, huh? This happens to lot of sadhaks like you and me, कि अरे हम अपने नेबर से तो हम ही अच्छे हैं, देखो हम तो गीता क्लास में जाते हैं. Now that is what? That is rajas. That is your ego rising. Look at me, I at least do my sadhana. I do my Gayatri every day. I do Hanuman Chalisa every day. That is what? If you feel like that, कि you are much better than others, that is rajas, nothing else. In any field, not only sadhana. So he says that I am the goodness of the good. That means I am the sattva, the quality of sattva in the sattvic people. And और नेक्स्ट क्या है? हाँ, कुछ नहीं, बस ये इतना ही है ना सत्व इस वर्स में. लेट मी सी द वर्स फर्स्ट. हाँ, सत्वम सत्ववतामहम. आई एम द सत्व in the sattvic people. And vyavasayosmi means I am the of the industrious people. I am the industry in them. You know, the determination to rise, the determination to multiply wealth, the determination to win, the determination to व्यवसाय, इंडस्ट्री. तो उसको करने का जो है वो मैं हूँ. He says now all these things that he is listing one after the other is only meant to tell you that I am the one in all these. I alone am in all these people, in all these things. वृष्णीनां वासुदेवस्मे पाण्डवानां धनञ्जय मुनीनामप्यहं व्यासः कवीनाम् उशना कवि. Among the Vrishnis, I am Vasudeva. Among the Pandavas, I am Dhananjaya. Also among the Munis, I am Vyasa. And among the poets, I am Ushan, the great seer. Now, here also, the best in everything is listed. What is the best in everything? He is now talking of himself. Krishna is talking of himself. देखिए, when he says he's talking of himself, when I say he is not talking of himself as Paramatma. Here he is, क्योंकि उन्होंने कुल का नाम लिया, पिताजी का नाम लिया, है ना? पिताजी के नाम से जाने जाते हैं. तो what is he? He is the कार्य कारण संघात. That is the body mind intellect equipment as Krishna. जो उनका अवतार हुआ था ना as Krishna. So he is talking as the body. He is here talking of the BMI, the Krishna. BMI is the Karya Karan Sanghat, which is the crux of the body, with which the body is made. Okay. And not the Parmeshwara. He is not talking. So he says of the Vrishnis. Vrishnis was a clan of people on whom Krishna ruled in Gujarat. So of the Vrishnis, I am Vasudeva. Vasudev. Dekho, there is a difference between Vasudev. Vasudev was Krishna's father. Krishna's father who had married Devaki. That is Vasudev. And Vasudev is Krishna, his son. ठीक है? तो वो आ का फर्क है, ये ध्यान रखना. So he says he is talking of himself as Vasudev Krishna, but talking of himself as an exalted being. That means amongst all the Vrishnis, the entire clan of Vrishnis, I am the Lord. I am the Parabrahma. In my body, I represent the Parabrahma. Okay, now next is he says, of the Pandavas, I am Dhananjaya. Now here देखो, धनंजय का मतलब पहले समझ लीजिए. See, this was Arjun's title. He was known as Dhananjaya. The person who generates a lot of wealth is called Dhananjaya. And this was praised. Arjun was decorated with the title of Dhananjaya. Why? Because he won many kingdoms, he won a lot of wealth for his family and for his brothers, and he was a person who was a generator of wealth. Even today, even in India, all over the world, those who generate wealth for the nation are rewarded, isn't it? They are given awards by the government as generators of wealth. So here is, देखो यहाँ पे क्या है, धनंजय, हाँ, Krishna is paying a tribute to Arjun, his friend. He is complimenting Arjun as Dhananjaya, कि amongst the Pandavas, because the Pandavas could have done nothing without Arjun. They could not have won the war without Arjun. They could have not done so many things. This is a reference to the skills of Arjun also. Arjun was a very, he had multifarious skills. Okay. Now, see, जैसे कि मैं कह रही थी कि wealth, is not just money. Wealth is your brilliance, your skills, your knowledge, your capacity to win. He was the best archer. And कि when जब ये वनवास में थे, तो Arjun became a dance teacher. Now, for an archer who was only taught war, how to fight a war, to become a dance teacher is unheard of. But just see the capabilities, just see the multifarious capabilities of Arjun. And then, of course, the winner of kingdoms, huh? The best in archery, all these things. So these are all Arjun's attributes, and he won a lot of wealth, and all these wealth he used for the benefit of the community. Okay, so this you must see. Now, देखिए, even if you take it as Arjun would not have won the war had it not been for Krishna. Now, Krishna advising Arjun not to run away and fight the battle. So he says, I am Arjuna. He says, I am Dhananjay amongst the Pandavas. It only means that through the body of Dhananjaya, through the body of Arjuna, it is Krishna who is functioning to help the Pandavas through Arjun. That is what it means. So he says that I am the best among the Pandavas also. I am the best among the Pandavas. Then of all the saints, I am Vyasa. Okay. Of all the saints, I am Vyasa. Vyasa was his pen name. ठीक है ना, और पेन नेम था उनका. तो द थिंग वाज दैट व्हाट डिड व्यासा डू? Vyasa is one person who compiled all the Vedas. Otherwise, till then, Vedas were all scattered about. The knowledge of Vedas was scattered all about. It was only transferred from teacher to student orally. And that is why the recitation of the Veda, the student used to learn it by heart, by rote, and put it in his mind. So it was the oral tradition. That is one reason how the Vedas are saved also. Because आप किताब तो जला सकते हैं, but the mind of a man, so many people know the Vedas. ठीक है ना? और वेदास का जो जानने वाला है, जो एक वेद जानता है वो वेदी, the surname you must have heard, Bedi, Vedi. Then Dvivedi, who knows two Vedas, Trivedi, who knows three Vedas, and Chaturvedi, who knows four Vedas. These days, whether Chaturvedi or Trivedi, nobody knows any Vedas. But these days, I mean, the surname has come down because the ancestors knew by heart. Okay. Now, here, what Vyasa did was that he compiled them all. He divided all the mantras into these four categories, meaning the four Vedas. और उन्होंने सूत्रों को और ऋचाओं को and summons को and उनको सबको categorically, systematically, he made them into four Vedas. Oh, this was a humongous work. Then the Mahabharata includes the Geeta, isn't it? It's in the Geeta is from the Mahabharata. So Mahabharata. Then so many other things Vyasa did, Puranas, Vedas, Brahma Sutras. Acha, Brahma Sutra, he is known as Sutrakar. And Shankara is called as Bhashyakar because Shankara has interpreted what Vyasa has written, the sutras that Vyasa has written, he has interpreted those. So your Puranas, your Geeta, your Mahabharata, and all these things, your Vedas, the Brahma Sutras, they are all, you have got them with the grace, because of the grace and the work of Vyasa. So Vyasa is a tremendous uh, intellectual capacity he had. So the Lord says that among munis, munis are those who think very deeply. Manansheel जो है वो मुनि, जो मनन करता है, deep thinking करता है, he is muni. The muni also has the power to retain, not only think deeply, but whatever conclusions he comes to, and he retains those in his mind, that he is called a muni. So he says, of all the munis, I am Vyasa. The most important one is Vyasa. So he says, okay. Now of the seers, I am Ushan. Ushan. Ushana. Now, see, Ushana kaun hai? He is a seer. This is Shukracharya, the guru of the Daityas. Hmm. The gurus of the Daityas was, of course, a guru. He was very ethical, and he gave them a lot of gyan, but of course, they never followed the gyan. Also, Shukracharya is known to be a knower of, he could see the past, present, and future. तो दैत्य उनके पास जाते तो थे एडवाइस लेने. When he used to give the advice that do this or don't do this, with this will destroy you, that will save you, but they never listened to him. They used to do whatever they like. But he says that amongst the seer is that who can see into the future, present, and past, and also so he is Shukracharya. Now amongst then he says among the kavis, he is मंत्र दृष्टा. देखो है कवि नाम उष्ण. हाँ उष्ण. तो ही इज द मंत्र दृष्टा ऑल्सो, जिनको मंत्र इंस्पिरेशन में आते थे. ओके. And now kavi means a seer. Kavi means he who can look ahead, who can see into the future and understand what one should do and what one should not do. So it is here used in the original meaning of seer. Next verse. दंडो दमयतामस्मि नीतिरस्मि जिगीषताम् मौनं चैवास्मि गुह्यानां ज्ञानं ज्ञानवतामहम्. Among punishers, I am the scepter. Among those who seek victory, I am statesmanship. And also among secrets, I am silence, and I am the knowledge among knowers. Now, देखो क्या क्या है. Among punishers, I am the scepter. Scepter is a symbol of power. Dand. हाँ वो क्वीन एलिजाबेथ की देखिए ना पिक्चर coronation. She is holding a scepter. So old monarchs used to hold a scepter as an emblem of power. Here it means dand. दंड इसी से वर्ड बना है डंडा, मालूम है ना. हाँ पुलिस वालों का डंडा. तो वो डंडा जो है, द पावर टू पनिश, दैट इज व्हाट इट मीन्स, ऑफ पीपल who you know who people who have to impose discipline of any sort. Those people have to use power. If a person does not have the power to impose discipline, he cannot impose discipline. आप कहते रहिए, कुछ नहीं होगा. Unless you punish people, that discipline does not. The fear of law is dand, that you will be punished, isn't it? So fear of law जो होता है, उसी से लोग मानते हैं, नहीं तो nobody, people will go wild, you see. So here said, now then the power to punish is very important. He says, I am dando damayatam asmi. Acha niti rasmi jigishita. Among those who seek victory, I am the victorious. Dekho, he says, niti rasmi jigishatam. He says, I am among those who seek victory, I am statesmanship. Niti. Niti hai wo. Niti means clever strategy, statesmanship. Much better to win over people by tact, by niti, rather than fight physically, fight a war. And therefore, on this is based all the diplomacy of the world. What do all the foreign service people do? They are posted in different countries to sort out matters by just talks and discussions rather than going to war. Hmm? So here it is okay, victory. I am statesmanship, he says. Okay, and statecraft, how to win a victory without a war. In one sentence, it is this: how to win a victory without fighting a war. So अच्छा सेप्टर जो है वो सिर्फ दंड मतलब हाथ का नहीं होता आजकल कई सारे उनके वो हैं सिंबल्स हाँ द चेयर the uniform, the flag on the car, your designation. Huh? So all these things are what you can think of them as scepter. Yeah, they are symbols of power. Okay. Now then, monam chaivasme guhyanam. So of the secrets, he says, I am silence. Monam. देखो अगर कोई सीक्रेट है if you want it to remain a secret, just don't talk about it at all. Not even to others, not even to yourself. आप अपने आप को भी मत बताइए. Don't go on repeating it in your mind. If it is a secret, it is silence. Silence is the only thing that can keep a secret. तो देखिए this is nothing to explain over here. Now then, the knowledge of the knowers I am. Jnanam jnanavata maham. So I am the knowledge of the jnanis. Nobody can have knowledge without the capacity to know. Isn't it? If you do not have the capacity to know, the intelligence to know, how will you know? Yeah. So he says, I am knowledge itself. I am the capacity to know of the people who are knowledgeable. To the knowers of knowledge, I am the capacity to know. And in every individual, I am the capacity to know. Okay, then, so we do this much today. And the verse 39 we'll take up next time. ॐ पूर्णमद पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरि ओम् श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरि ओम्